Greetings, Sleeper. Esper here. On the last day of beta after my adventure beyond the wall, I decided to do some speedruns on 3 different classes. The times did not vary enough to make a difference when rushing to a sandbike. Now, if you're just looking for a prime base location, your best bet is to go Bene Gesserit and just sprint there after your first trial. However, if you're solo or logging in later to catch up to a group, then this video will help you do just that. This video is a 2-part video where here we're going to focus on getting a sandbike as soon as possible and out of the Hagga Basin and get started on Vermilius. As you start your run into Hagga Basin South, make sure you're picking up as much scrap metal and copper as you can in the beginning. You're going to need several hundred of these supplies in order to finish this run that we're doing. After you pick up 15 fiber, learn makeshift clothing, maul a pistol, and a respawn beacon. Then craft yourself a set of these items as well as a makeshift power pack. Next up, you're going to salvage 65 scrap metal, which you should have already started. Hitting a scavenger camp is a good way to get a big chunk and complete this. Then you're going to want to craft and place your respawn beacon. It doesn't matter where, just know that you're too good to die this early in the game. Open up your research tree. Here you're going to want to learn binoculars, your basic construction kit, a blood extractor and a bag, blood filtration system, as well as a fabricator. Then you're going to want to craft yourself some binoculars. Head over to a scavenger camp. You don't actually have to look through the binoculars to complete the quest, you just have to be at a scavenger camp. While you're killing your scavengers, make sure you use an ability. As we head over to a more centralized location, make sure to craft your blood extractor, a blood bag, and your construction tool. Then open your skills menu to learn a new skill. This will advance you on to the next quest, where we're going to have to find 24 fuel cells. Pro tip, a great place to get fuel cells is from the enemy generator at any intel camp. This camp right next to the first trial is a great place to get those fuel cells, and while we're here we can grab this constellation chest to receive Old Sparky, a unique schematic for a power pack. From there, make your way to a nearby room that has 3 intel points hiding in the corner. Now we're going to construct our first base, anywhere in between the first trial and the first research facility where we're going to get our bike parts. Remember not to build anything too fancy here, as soon as we build our bike, we're never going to be coming back to this base. And we want to get down our ore refinery as soon as possible. After learning the ore refinery, use your extra intel points to research the sandbike as well as a survey probe kit. Whether you shoot off your survey probe or not is up to you. You can always come back and do this later. If you have the points, pick up scavenger eggs. We need to start spending our points to open up the vehicle storage tool for unlock. Then, make sure to deposit your blood inside the purifier and have 90 scrap metal so that you can get down your ore refinery and get those copper ingots cooking. Around this time, you should have a spice vision telling you to go to your first trial. But we're going to focus on our sandbike, so we're heading north to the first research facility to get our parts. Before we head out, make sure you have enough copper to make all the ingots for your first bike. You want your refinery grinding away on those while we go to the research facility to get our bike servos. There are 2 key locations on this run where we're going to fill up on water, so that we don't have to drink any from our blood purifier, and that's solely going to make our copper ingots. The first is here at the research facility. While doing this dungeon, make sure to drink up any and all water pipes that you see. This will fill us up for the next leg of our run. In this corner is going to be your first important chest. Make sure that you grab this one, as it's going to have the bike servos and pieces that you need to make your first sandbike. Here's the location of your second important chest. It's going to have more capacitors and servos in there for your sandbike. This is going to be your third chest location for more sandbike parts. Grab this automated poison snooper, as you're going to need it for a contract later. This is going to be your fourth chest location for parts. This is going to be your fifth chest location for more parts. Then head around the corner to the right and pick up the blue ID band. You're going to need this for getting more parts on your way out. In the next room, hit the yellow light switch on this bookcase. It's going to open up a secret room for you where you can go in and get your 6th and 7th chest with parts in it, as well as the research documents you're going to need for the Planetology quest. Down this hallway just before the boss room is going to be your 8th chest with bike parts in it. When you enter the boss room, you are now going to be fighting a boss with a shield. This is going to teach you the slow blade mechanics. You can slice and stagger to set up your slow blade, or you can just sit there and repeat your slow blade over and over again, hoping to keep them trapped. After you kill the boss, make sure you head into the center circle without getting poisoned and grab the mysterious vials that are here. This is going to be for a contract later on. Go to the back of the boss area to the loot room where you will find a constellation chest and hopefully some Emperor's wings. Now we're going to exit the way that we came in so we can get into the final loot room with our blue ID badge. Between the stairs leading back up will be a blue door. In this area are 3 chests that have sandbike parts in them. After that, this will complete your loot run for this facility. Now we've managed to get all the other parts we need for our bike, while our ingots were back at home cooking. Before we go back and build our sandbike though, go to the area on top of where the dungeon was. Here we're going to take those documents that we found in the secret room and turn them in to unlock the Planetologist tree. When returning home, learn your unique schematics and gather up your ingots. You will want to take any extras that you have with you. Go into your research and learn the Karpov 38 as well as the Kinjal knife. After that, learn the small chemical refinery so you can craft fuel for your bike, and you can now unlock the vehicle storage tool. Now with your bike this early, you're free to race around Hagga Basin for the rest of this run regardless of what class you started as. If you did not find a vehicle fuel cell at this point in your venture, put down a small chemical refinery and craft one with 25 fuel cells. Now it's time to ride the sands. Take off towards your first trial location. Everyone will be rushing here first on release and then reconnecting to the server while we were out making our sand bike, getting free reign of supplies. Pro tip, here as you approach the altar of spice, you are forced into a slow walk animation. You can use Bindu Sprint or knee charge before this kicks in to skip it and propel yourself right to the spice. During your first trial, don't pay much attention to the lights. With my testing, you can run right through 80% of this area. Just make sure that you don't let the screen haze get too full because you don't want to start over. The last light requires 3 stops, and then after this is completed, you're done with the trial. After doing this beginning trial so many times, I can tell you that I'm kinda sick of the loading time. Now that we're out of here, let's get back on our bike and start heading towards the outpost. Now during the rest of this run, I wouldn't stop for much, but anytime I see an ornithopter or a buggy, I will stop to salvage them, as the armored plating and the Holtzman actuators are going to be very useful later. Once at Giffins Reach Outpost, head over to the trainer to pick up the trooper quest. While you're here, pick up and turn in any contracts that you can off the board. Then head over to the vendor and grab a Leader John schematic, and learn it right away before you leave the outpost. The only places that you can learn a schematic is at your base, an outpost, or a social hub village. If you need more Leader Johns, you can always come back and get more later, but we want to save our money for what's to come. Then on our way to the first stop for the trooper quest, we will stop off at the downed ship. These chests will have mechanical parts and plasteel microflora fibers, which we're going to need to craft our vehicle storage tool. Grab these two chests. One is going to have a Holtzman amplifier that you're going to need for a contract. Then proceed through the ship by using your cutter ray to get to the Constellation chest room. In this room, there's going to be two chests that you want to open. The second is a Constellation chest for another rare schematic. Then after we get back on our sandbike, we will head to the first of 3 cave locations. Each location will have to kill an elite for the trooper quest. At this second location, I like to bait out the NPC and then shoot the mine on the ground to blow him up. When you proceed in here, go up and to the right and you will find a chest. This is where you'll find the third and final cave. Style points are optional. Inside you'll have to fight off 2 scavengers and an elite. Once cleared, you're going to want to head back to the Giffins Reach Outpost to turn in your trooper quest. Once you turn in your trooper quest, this is the second vital area for you to fill up your water gauge. Buy as many cups of water as you need from the vendor, as we are making the long trek to Vermilius next. So make sure that you learn any schematics that you picked up before leaving. After I surf the sands to Vermilius, I like to continue on to the Anvil Outpost before doing my second trial. Here I can buy a Mark II blood extractor and a medium blood bag, so I can get an early start on the water grind that's coming. I also grab a Mark II power pack so that I can climb the cliffs for the trials that are coming easier. In the next video we will continue our speedrun in Vermilius, getting back to where we left off in the beta. I hope this video helps somebody down the line, as it did take a little bit to make. Normally I will not do longer form content out of respect for your time and just so that you can find info easier and faster. However, I feel the visual representation can really help on these kind of guides so that you're not just skipping all over the place. This run took me 48 minutes and 23 seconds. That's pretty fast. So I'll see you next time, Sleeper, and as always, fly low and fly fast. Esper out.